Hello everyone, this is Doc from the Wealth Boardroom. Welcome to the channel. We're here today to talk about a topic that's relevant to everyone, regardless of your financial situation: credit card debt. It's a common issue, one that can potentially stand as a major roadblock in the journey of building generational wealth. It's crucial to understand the dynamics of this debt, not just for your personal finances, but for the economic legacy you leave behind. From biblical wisdom to legal frameworks, we'll be exploring how various perspectives view credit card debt and its implications on wealth creation. This understanding is essential as it paves the way to financial freedom, allowing you to make informed decisions that secure your financial future and that of the generations to come. Stay tuned as we delve into the intricacies of credit card debt and its impact on building generational wealth. In Proverbs 22:7-9, we find a profound truth about the debtor and the lender. This passage cautions, the rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. It's a timeless reminder that debt can become a form of bondage, limiting our freedom and dictating our decisions. But the wisdom doesn't stop there. Proverbs also encourages generosity, stating, "A generous person will be blessed, for they share their bread with the poor." Here we see a balance, a call to manage our resources wisely, while also using them to uplift others. Let's consider another passage, Matthew 25:14-30, the parable of the talents. In this story, the master commends the servants who put their talents to work, multiplying their wealth. Yet, the servant who hid his talent out of fear is reprimanded. This parable teaches us the importance of actively stewarding and growing our resources, rather than hoarding or squandering them. Now, how does this ancient wisdom apply to our modern world? Well, these principles guide us towards responsible financial decision-making. They warn us against the pitfalls of debt, encouraging us to live within our means. They inspire us to invest wisely, building wealth not merely for our own comfort, but to benefit others. And importantly, they remind us that wealth is not an end in itself, but a tool for achieving greater goods. Consider this: when we avoid excessive debt, we free ourselves to make choices that align with our values and long-term goals. When we invest wisely, we not only secure our future, but also create opportunities for others. And when we use our wealth generously, we contribute to a more equitable and compassionate society. In essence, these biblical teachings urge us to view wealth and debt not merely in terms of personal gain or loss, but in the broader context of communal well-being and justice. They challenge us to be not just savvy investors, but wise stewards of our resources. As we've seen, biblical wisdom offers valuable insights into our financial lives. It invites us to approach wealth and debt with discernment, responsibility, and a spirit of generosity. Now, let's turn our attention to the practical matter of credit card debt. At the heart of this issue are credit card interest rates. These rates are the cost you pay for borrowing money, typically expressed as an annual percentage rate, or APR. The average credit card APR hovers around 20%, but it can be higher or lower depending on the card and your credit score. So what does this mean for debt accumulation? Well, every time you carry a balance from one month to the next, you're charged interest on that amount. This interest is added to your balance, increasing the total amount you owe. It's not just the amount you initially borrowed that accrues interest, but also the interest itself. This is known as compounding, and it can make your debt grow at an alarming rate if not managed carefully. Now, let's talk about daily interest calculation. Some credit card companies use this method to determine your interest charges. They take your APR, divide it by the number of days in a year, and multiply it by your average daily balance. This calculation is done daily, hence the name, and it can lead to higher interest charges than you might expect. To illustrate, let's consider a hypothetical scenario. Say you have a credit card with a balance of $1,000 and an APR of 20%. If you only make the minimum payment each month and continue to carry a balance, your debt could balloon to nearly $3,000 over 5 years, thanks to the snowball effect of compound interest. It's crucial to understand these mechanics because they directly impact how quickly your credit card debt can grow and how difficult it can be to pay off. The more you understand about interest rates and how they're calculated, the better equipped you'll be to manage your debt and avoid falling into the trap of endless minimum payments. Understanding these mechanisms is the first step to taking control of your financial future. Let's now consider a real-world scenario to illustrate these concepts. Picture this. You've just made a purchase of $1,000 on a credit card with an annual interest rate of 20%. If you decide to make only the minimum payment each month, which is typically around 2% of the balance, or $20, whichever is greater, you're in for a surprise. By making only the minimum payment each month, it would take you approximately 9 years and 2 months to fully repay the balance. That's right, over 9 years to pay off a $1,000 purchase. During this time, you would end up paying around $985 in interest alone. So, your $1,000 purchase actually cost you nearly $2,000. Now let's consider a different approach. Suppose instead of making the minimum payment, you decide to pay off $200 each month. In this scenario, it will take you just 6 months to clear the balance, and you would pay only $41 in interest. Comparing these two strategies, it's clear that making more than the minimum payment can save you a significant amount of money in the long run. Moreover, it frees up your resources more quickly, allowing you to invest in opportunities that can grow your wealth rather than keeping you shackled to debt. To put it in perspective, if you were to invest the $944 you saved from interest payments at an annual return of 7%, your investment would grow to over $2,000 in just 10 years. That's the power of smart repayment strategies and the magic of compound interest working in your favor. So, the next time you consider making only the minimum payment on your credit card, remember, the true cost is not just the interest you'll pay, but also the opportunity cost of the wealth you could have created. As you can see, the cost of minimum payments can be significantly higher than you might initially think. So, how can we avoid falling into the trap of credit card debt? This question may seem daunting, but the answer lies in effective strategies and financial literacy. First and foremost, it's crucial to treat credit cards as a tool for convenience, not an extension of income. This means using credit cards strategically for planned expenses and rewards rather than for impulsive purchases. It's also important to pay off balances in full each month whenever possible, to avoid interest charges and debt accumulation. Secondly, creating and maintaining a budget is essential. A budget provides a clear picture of income and expenditures, allowing for informed decisions about when and how to use credit. It also facilitates the setting aside of funds for emergencies, thus reducing the need to resort to credit during unexpected financial shortfalls. Additionally, taking the time to understand the terms of credit cards, including interest rates and fees, can save a lot of money and stress in the long run. This is where financial literacy comes into play. Education about financial concepts and tools empowers individuals to make informed decisions that align with their financial goals. Moreover, it's beneficial to keep abreast of regulatory measures designed to protect consumers from predatory lending practices. For instance, the Credit Card Accountability, Responsibility, and Disclosure Act, also known as the Card Act, provides several protections for credit card users. These include restrictions on raising interest rates, clear communication of terms, and fair allocation of payments. Advocacy for further regulatory measures is also crucial. By voicing concerns and pushing for policies that promote fair lending practices and transparency, consumers can contribute to a more equitable financial system. Lastly, seeking professional advice can be invaluable. Financial advisors, credit counselors, and legal experts can provide guidance tailored to individual circumstances, helping to navigate the complexities of credit card debt and financial management. In conclusion, avoiding credit card debt and promoting financial wellness requires a proactive approach, informed decision-making, and ongoing education. Remember, financial wellness is not just about making money, but also about managing it wisely. In conclusion, understanding credit card debt is crucial in building generational wealth. We've journeyed through biblical wisdom, where Proverbs 22:7-9 reminds us of the burden of debt and the importance of financial stewardship. We've examined the mechanics of credit card interest rates and repayment mechanisms, revealing the snowball effect of compound interest and the cost of making minimum payments over time. We've also seen how historical usury laws have evolved in the modern financial landscape, a landscape where, unfortunately, these laws often don't apply to credit cards. This reality underscores the need for financial literacy and education, fostering responsible financial behavior and empowering us to navigate the complexities of credit card debt. Remember, mitigating credit card debt and promoting financial wellness are key steps towards building generational wealth. It's a journey that requires understanding, discipline, and the courage to make informed decisions. Thank you for joining us today at the Wealth Boardroom. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content on financial wellness.